Well, what's the crack? Welcome back to the Bad Movie Buff podcast. As always, I'm your host, Niall Brady. So we're in season 7, episode 4, and this week I'm joined by Belfast-based musical comedian Dan Leith to chat about 1988's film Mac and Me, which is considered one of the worst films of all time. It's a complete E.T. ripoff, and if you don't know it, if you haven't heard of it, you might recognise it from Paul Rudd. Every time he's on the Conan O'Brien show, he always used to set up a clip for his new film, but just show this same clip from Mac and Me with a kid flying down the hill in a wheelchair. So yeah, we had good crack about it. It's so bad, but we really had good crack talking about it, and really hope you enjoyed the episode. So I'm away on the old honeymoon soon, so there may be a wee bit of a mid-season break after this, but I'll keep you all updated on my socials. So yeah, good luck. Thanks for listening. Dragonflies, remember Dragonflies?
No.
I went down, I had to download eBay again. I'll actually just start recording here. Yeah, I think that's all. So I had to download eBay again to help Aoife, my wife, sell something. And the reason I don't usually have eBay is because I buy shit like this. Like nostalgic toys from the 90s. So that's why. They're actually being used as like a paperweight type thing.
I mean, I'm just appreciating this entire setup. It's beautiful. I think I need to do something similar.
Yeah. Well, here, welcome to Newry. Dan Leith, how's things?
It's not too bad. Yeah. Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Have you been in Newry before, or is this first time?
I've been in Newry before. It's been about a year.
Yeah.
And I'll be back next week.
How long, actually? And I meant to ask you this, because I was going through your Instagram just for stuff to talk about and all.
Yeah.
And were you doing something outside the Keys? Because in your 2025 roundup, I was like, that's definitely him standing outside the Keys.
Yeah, dressed as a cello.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that for?
It's the Paddy's Day parade.
Thinking that, and is that why you're here next week?
Yeah, that's why I'm here next week. So
yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
So any of your avid Newry listeners that want to see me dressed as something in the flesh.
Yeah. What stringed instrument is it going to be this year?
I have no idea. They don't really tell you until you show up. And
so how do you get involved with that then? What part do you play in the parade?
I don't really know. I mean, I think it's Beat Carnival is a company.
Okay.
They used to do the parade in Belfast.
Oh, nice.
And now I think they're doing it in Newry, and they've just brought their people with them.
Sweet.
So it's a bit of fun.
Yeah. I haven't been to the Paddy's Day parade in years. If I am off in Paddy's, I'll usually hit the pub at around 12 and usually miss it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the way to do it anyway. Get in there first.
Pretty much,
before you end up drinking on hard mode.
Exactly. And then the problem is, I always go, okay, out early, home early, but then there's no home early. It's but this is so much crack.
Yeah, it's out early, out. That's it.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, we've 16 hours into it, and you're like, what am I doing with my life here?
Yeah, absolutely. No, but I mean, the parade's a gamble in itself because, I've been hoping for a float for one of these years so I don't have to walk.
Oh, have you just been walking?
Yeah, I mean, that cello costume from last year, it looked cool, but I mean, it hurt. You couldn't really move your legs, so then you'd have massive bruises on my upper thighs.
You never think about the performers in these things, do you? There's a guy in a cello costume. This is him going through some shit right now. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean? No, that's cool. So yeah, welcome to Newry, welcome to the house. Today we are talking about the 1988 masterpiece Mac and Me, directed by Stuart Raffle. So I was saying to you before we started recording, so this is the second time I've done a famously bad film on the podcast.
Yes.
Which is super fun, which I like, but the only problem is that you have to watch it before you talk about it.
I'm kind of amazed that you allowed me entry, to be honest. And to be fair, this is my bad. I think I owe you an apology. I think I owe anyone else an apology who might accidentally watch Mac and Me now. But because your name is Bad Movie Buff, I thought you did just bad movies.
Everyone thinks that. So you're completely forgiven for that, because I knew even when I made that the name, I was like, people are going to think it's that, but I just like the ring of Bad Movie Buff so good that
it's got a great ring to it.
Yeah.
But I just saw that and went, finally someone I can share my suffering with.
But the good thing is that I encompass all types of films. And I'll say that to anyone coming on, pick a shit one if you want. Luke did the same with Troll 2.
Yes.
So this is in the same vein of Troll 2 in that it's famously bad. So I'd never seen it before, but I knew what it was. And I think everyone well, most people know it from Paul Rudd, essentially.
Yes, that's correct. The Conan O'Brien.
Yeah. So his whole thing is that he would like go on Conan O'Brien. So he first did it, I think it was the year 2000, he was promoting Friends.
That's correct.
And he was Mike in Friends, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
And essentially he teased that he was going to show a clip from the final episode of the show, and then showed the clip from Mac and Me where the kid's flying down the hill on a wheelchair, and then at the end of it just Mac gets up and goes, oh, God, I hate that fucking alien.
I think that's mostly the issue.
Yeah.
You know, like it's the worst thing about it, and when films about an alien, I mean, at least try and get the alien right.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, so the way I kind of work this whole page of notes, so that bottom left from like there down, that's trivia, and the rest of it is my thoughts while I'm watching the film.
Okay.
So I'll put my phone in the other end of the room so it's not distract me, and I'll just set up with a notepad and then go, need to talk about that, and then I think I have written in these notes about 4 times, like, seriously, how fucking bad do these aliens look? But yeah, so the Paul Rudd thing, to continue that, so his most recent one, which I actually didn't know about until today, his most recent Trek in Conan
on a podcast?
was on Conan's podcast, which I'm raging and missed. I still haven't watched it yet, but just sounds hilarious. So essentially, he spent ages telling Conan about this film that he was making, and then at the end of it was like, oh, here, I can show a clip, and then got him again. Like, but no, I love Paul Rudd. Like, he's just one of those really likeable figures. Like, isn't he?
Yeah, Paul Stephen Rudd. What an incredible
That was middle
guy.
name and all.
Yeah, I used to have a Paul Rudd fan club.
Oh yeah.
And I hosted a night in like the old school Accidental Theatre in Belfast.
Okay.
For Paul Rudd, not for him, he didn't come. It would have been brilliant. But like just doing like a double bill of like his films and then like clips like the Conan Mac and Me clip and other things, other clips.
Is this how you got into Mac and Me then? No,
I actually, for my sins, watched it so many times when I was younger. I don't know whatever like video rental store.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know if they were like, you can have this one for free every time you went in.
No one else rents this. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
How old am I now?
Yeah.
I'm 40.
40?
Yeah.
So, would you have been, because I think everyone has that thing, so I'm 33, I'm 7 years behind, I'm 34 next month, but I think everyone has that thing, maybe more people our generation, where you had a video that you loved when you were younger. It was absolute dog shit though, but you still had this like attachment to it. Would it have been the same with Mac and Me for you?
I think so. I mean, I remember enjoying it more than E.T. It's a blatant E.T. knockoff.
Ah, hipster kid like.
But I remember, I mean, I'm just, Dan Leith. I just like love to choose to be a contrarian.
Oh, here, I'm the exact same, to be honest with you. But the worst part of this whole thing is, and it was only a thought that hit me today, is that I've now seen Mac and Me. I've never seen E.T.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Mac and Me's better.
Yeah.
Fight me.
It is one of those things, like, E.T., I just don't know why I've never seen it. It's the same with Titanic. And when I say I've never seen it, I've never sat and watched it the full way through.
Yeah.
I've seen bits of it. I know everything about it. I could probably rhyme off all the trivia about it, but I've never actually sat down and watched the whole thing, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I'm like that with certain things. The Graduates one, I think, particularly if The Simpsons parodied it enough, 100%. I was like, I know what happens.
yeah.
I've seen The Simpsons, I've seen Wayne's World 2.
Yeah.
Do I need to watch the movie? I'm sure it's a masterpiece, but I've seen it done. Exactly.
I love, sorry, we're going on a Wayne's World 2 tangent here.
Oh, that's fine.
The bit where he turns up to the wrong church, but then, do you remember he goes into the mechanics? And he's like, do you know where Gordon Street is? And the mechanic's like, Gordon Street. And then he's like, come on, this guy sucks. Can we get a better actor in here? And I think it's like fucking Charlton Heston to bring in to do the actual monologue. But 10 out of 10. Like,
I haven't thought about that in years.
Yeah.
That needs a rewatch for me.
100%. And Del Preston on, did you think it a tad inappropriate that you could see the crack in the Indian's arse? Unbelievable. But yeah, sorry, Mac and Me. So I thought when you picked this that I didn't realise you were actually a fan of this growing up, which is mad.
I guess I was a fan of it growing up. I'm a fan of it because it's so, like, I think the first half of it is genuinely so bad, it's quite enjoyable, and then you kind of feel your mortality.
Yeah.
Slipping away from you after that point.
Yeah, 100%. No, like, I think my kind of version of this, which is a film that I know is bad but loved growing up, is Mortal Kombat, like the first Mortal Kombat film I lived for. And I I went to Ormo Cinema. We were on the night in, Base Arcade. Is it Base Arcade? It's one of the Belfast arcades ran like a Mortal Kombat movie night and tournament. I went to last year. It was the best day of my life.
Yes,
like.
I heard of that. Yeah.
It was so good. But yeah, just to kick it off here. So, as I said, Robin Mac and Me, 1988, directed by Stuart Raffle. Now, this is like a cult film. A lot of mostly because of how much of like a rip off it is of E.T., but more so because of how bad it is.
Yeah.
And it stars Christine Ebersole, Jade Caligari, Jonathan Ward, Lawrence Stanley, Tina Caspery, and Martin West. Now, a lot of those names I actually wasn't really familiar with. Would you know any of them off the top of your head?
It's like the first time I've ever heard their names.
So I'll always go through IMDb just to check, oh fuck, are they in anything else? And
are they?
Two of them are, right?
Okay.
So Janet Cruz is the mum in this, and she's played by Christine Ebersole, and she's actually the mum in a 90s kids really famous film. And I was going to ask if you have any guesses, but it's probably going to be a tough guess based off that.
No.
Richie Rich. She's the mom in Richie Rich.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I went through the rest of the cast. So Eric Cruz is played by Jade Caligari, who is the main character, the kid in the wheelchair, and not in really anything else at all. Maybe a couple of things around that time, but I actually didn't realize until I did the research that he actually has spina bifida and was actually wheelchair bound. In real life, so probably explains why maybe he didn't get as many roles, because I suppose Hollywood was maybe a bit ableist back in the day and probably rather hire an actor to play a disabled part rather than a disabled person.
That could be true, or maybe it's just because he was in Mac and Me.
Yeah, no, actually that's it. Yeah, good show. So then the other one, Martin West plays Wicket, who is like the older guy that like is hunting Mac the alien.
Oh yeah.
And he's in one other thing that I'd seen before. He seemed to be more of like an old school actor. Did you ever see Assault on Precinct 13?
Yes.
So I've only seen that film once. It's so stupid. I've only ever seen it once, but every time I take a video of my dogs, I put that on.
Amazing.
The theme. I just love the theme tune so much.
It's one of the best theme tunes of all time.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like John Carpenter composed it himself as well, which is cool as fuck. But now people have kind of associated it with my dog. I've done this for nearly 10 years now.
What's your dog called?
What?
What's your dog called?
Oh, Frank and Ernie. Yeah, two schnauzers. So there has been people like since I've started doing this. I'd say I probably started doing that about 8 years ago. That have started to watch Assault on Precinct 13, not realizing that's where it's from, and gone, that's the tune for his dogs. You're just like mates of mine, like
amazing.
But yeah, so he was the only one. He's in Assault on Precinct 13. He's the only other one that.
Yeah, I think he's the only person I would have recognised from that as well. So.
Yeah, unreal. So to start off, the first note I have, the first thought I had watching this film. So the film opens up and their home planet, which you never find out anything about, really, do you?
No.
Like, there's no director's cut I've missed here or anything.
Well, maybe we'll get to that part.
Ridley Scott. And the first thing I wrote down here is that those aliens are the most ball bag looking things I've ever seen prosthetic wise.
Yeah, they just basically look like scrotums with tiny little puckered sphincters for mouths. So
unbelievable.
Like, who designed them? Do you know this? Like,
no. Do you know?
No, I don't.
I actually should have looked that up. Because like I usually
he should have never worked together more in the first place.
But the problem I had with them is, okay, firstly, their faces are completely expressionless. Like E.T., like, if you look at E.T., and I'm going to constantly compare this to E.T. for obvious reasons,
yeah.
But if you look at E.T., E.T. is kind of cute, and, like, can pull a face, can move his mouth, and, like, his eyebrows and stuff, like, you know? But these things here are, like, and I think I wrote this in here somewhere, the only thing I compare them to is when you're at an afters and one of your mates takes a wee bit too much, and they're just kind of sitting in the corner, like you know,
yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Whistling their way, like, but woeful, like. And so I was saying to you there earlier that there's multiple times in this that I've actually written down what the fuck is going on with these aliens and their appearance. So the second thought I had was when the opening credits are coming on. Do you know you're always looking out for people you know?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know a single one of the actors. I thought there might be like a wee random, you know, oh, they have a small role in this. but there wasn't in the opening credits.
There is apparently one.
Yes,
Are we gonna get to that later?
I was going to just quiz question you on that
Yeah.
one. So there is someone who made their film debut in this as an extra, and I'm assuming you know who it is then?
It's Jennifer Aniston.
Yes, it is. So in the scene where there's like, at one stage just turns into like a fame, essentially, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, should we just state right now that this is a film that is clearly sponsored by McDonald's?
Oh, 100%. At one stage, so I don't know why it took me so late into the film to write it, but at one stage I just wrote, this film is paid for by McDonald's and Coca-Cola, and when I was looking up IMDb trivia, it literally was.
Oh yeah,
they paid for the film.
I mean, it's called Mac and Me.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Did you not pick up on that?
Fuck's sake.
And I think when he explains what Mac is, when Eric explains what Mac is, it's like a throwaway line.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, it's the Mac.
Yeah.
And his brother's like, the what? He's like, the mysterious alien creature. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh god, there was another so. What kind of took me out of it a bit, and said took me out of it, wasn't that into it? But when they're waiting in the car, there's like an accident happen, and like at this stage when you're watching, it's an alien film, but their people in their cars are all making references to aliens, and it's like, how is that always their first thought? And at one stage, the brother, I've got my notes here somewhere, where is he? Michael Cruz, played by Jonathan Moore, goes, oh, I think this is all the case of an ADUI. And she's like, what's that? And it's like, an alien driving under the influence. And I was like, where's even the joke there?
I don't know. I mean, I think also, maybe everyone's just aware that whatever version of Area 51 that the aliens break out of is right beside a busy highway. Like, what the fuck is that about? It's like they're taking their space junk apart.
Oh my god.
And aliens come out and it's just like, oh no, they're in the busy city. I guess we should have gone out to the desert.
Yeah, immediately. And another thing as well, the desert that they're kind of like struggling in. So Mac, so I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of people that are listening to this without actually watching it. So I'll probably talk about plot points as well, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for Mac and me, like. But I actually feel bad because I didn't realise this might have been a childhood movie to you, so I feel like I'm just kind of shitting on it now. Like.
Oh no, please shit away. I mean, it's one of those things of like, I've seen it so many times because I grew up watching it.
Yeah.
I must say it was the first time as an adult that I fully sat down and watched it before doing this podcast.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, and I can only apologise.
So essentially what happens is Mac and his family are on their home planet. Rover from the planet Earth lands on their planet and sucks them off into space, like
sucks
them off in space, right? So the movie takes a turn from now.
They're very susceptible to hoovers.
Yeah, that's exactly. I literally wrote this down here because So go on there. What you're gonna say? Sorry.
Yeah, so they're on their home planet, and then this, space shuttle sucks them up, sucks them off.
Yeah, sucks them off.
And then there's a later scene in the movie where they use a vacuum cleaner to catch Mac as well. I don't know how they're made up, like how this works with physics or anything like that.
I had a thought on that as well because, right, so obviously when the rover lands and sucks them up in their like sampling device or whatever, it's like a bit Ghostbustery. They kind of, or like, to perfectly compare it, did you remember Casper the Friendly Ghost?
Oh yeah.
When the like Stinky, Stretch and
Fatso,
when they get sucked into the Hoover, it's pretty much that. But then there's a later part in the film where the kid is like, I've got their names right here. Eric, the wheelchair bound child.
Just remember, he's not Elliot from E.T. He's Eric from Mac and Me.
Yeah.
And both brothers are called Michael.
Yes. Yes. Actually, that in the notes as well. But he's like, we got to catch this alien. And his way of doing that is by getting the Hoover. So I have it written down here. How did the kids know that Mac was gaseous? Like, how did they know that he was going to fit into the Hoover? Like,
I have no idea. The little annoying girl neighbour as well, like, she seems to go, oh, is he a ghost?
Yeah.
For no reason whatsoever as well. And he was maybe the lawyers being like, oh, I guess we should try and trick people that it's not just E.T. Can we just try to convince people it's a ghost?
Oh god. But there's, I think the funny thing is, like, obviously, like, two of us sitting here nitpicking wee things about a kids movie, but it is funny to do that.
Oh, absolutely.
But so plot wise, what happens is they get sucked off on Earth, And when the scientists that sucked them off didn't realise that they were actually in the sampling bay, opened the sampling bay, they burst out and escaped the lab that they're in, essentially. But as you said, Area 51 is right next to
a busy highway,
the A1.
Yeah.
And the family somehow, I don't know whether maybe I looked away to right or something.
No, there's a lot of things missing in this film, like logic and plot.
Yeah.
But the family, it's quite confusing because you don't realise there's 4 of them to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's like the mum, the dad, and the sister, the older sister of Mac.
Yeah.
Just fuck off.
Because I was like, I must have missed the part where Mac got separated from his family, but that wasn't on screen.
They just break out and fuck off, and then he just kind of has a bit of a Looney Tunes
that bit,
adventure.
Oh, that bit sent me to the moon, but pun unintended there. But because up until that bit, it's like, so the main thing, I think the best part of this film is the score by Alan Silvestri.
Yes,
because he actually is like an unbelievable composer. Like he did, Predator's the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
He got the Oscar for. Oh no, he didn't get the Oscar, but he was nominated for Forrest Gump. He did Back to the Future.
Did he do Back to the Future?
Yeah. Because you can hear there's actually a sting in the Mac and Me score.
I 100% thought that.
When I was rewatching it I brought a couple of friends with me.
Yeah.
And my partner, just so I didn't have to suffer alone. But we all just started singing it, and when it would come,
I thought that exactly. And there is actually one stage where, do you remember when Eric is like running away with Mac in his wheelchair, and he grabs on he hitches off the back of like a truck?
Yeah, Marty McFly's his way out of there.
Yeah, Marty McFly's way out of there, but also the little motif.
Yeah.
The one that you're on about plays at that exact moment, and I was like, this is taking the piss, And
Sylvester's done that a couple of times, actually. I think he did a movie called Cat's Eye, which is like an anthology horror movie, Stephen King.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a watch, it's good fun. But I think that was 84 or something like that. But the sting is so similar to Back to the Future, and then he did Back to the Future.
Yeah.
And then this was 88, but obviously it's a movie for McDonald's. I'd phoned into it.
Right, no. But John Williams did that a few times there. I can't think of it. I think it's Indiana Jones has the exact same motif as the Leia Han one, and I can't think of what it goes. When these microphones go in my hand, I always forget things all over the show. No, not even try. But yeah, so that was one of the things I actually really enjoyed with the film was the score itself, but it's probably because it was very derivative of other things.
Yes.
I thought there was a bit of hook in there as well. I actually don't know who did. I think John Williams might have done Hook.
Did Hook, yeah.
But there was a wee motif that kind of reminded me of Hook as well. But there was really, I think the most jarring moment in the film was when Mac escapes the lab and he runs out in the motorway and, as you said, just gets turned into a Looney Tune. Because then that's when the music changes from like, this could be a horror movie to like Caper, if you know what I mean. It's like, and you're like, oh, he's just splattered on the windscreen here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, E.T. never did that, so...
Yeah. Did he not? No.
No.
This is probably the better film, actually, now that you mention it. But, so, Mac's family, they don't have names, do they? Is it Ma, Dan, sister? Mac's family?
I don't think they have names. No. Ball bag 1, ball bag 2, ball bag 3.
Scrody. Where they're stranded in the desert, and the whole plot of the film is that they're really struggling on the desert, yet it looks exactly like their home planet.
Yeah.
And, like, could have probably well been filmed in the same location. Like,
probably was.
Yeah. Or maybe that's why they flocked to the desert.
Maybe. Maybe they just needed some, cold, refreshing Coke.
Yeah. God, now that you mention it, I am craving an ice-cold can of Coke.
I should have took you up on a Coke Zero before we started this. It would have been the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, so that is like the first interaction Mac has with the Cruise family, is that he like suddenly turns into fucking Stretch Armstrong and strokes the tin of Coke. But it is very blatantly from the start an advert for Coke. And then the McDonald's advertising comes in a bit later, and it's pointed out that their neighbour's sister works at McDonald's.
Yes.
And there's like a line, and it's something along the lines of, oh God, I'm definitely calling in for a Big Mac now or something.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
I think the worst product placement line is that little girl neighbour when Mac is like drinking all of the Coke. It's like, it must be like what they drink on their home planet. And it's just like, yes, aliens love Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, but like, and the only time you see them on their home planet drinking anything is like they're walking around with a straw trying to pierce the ground or something, like they're fucking water diviners or something like that. Like,
who knows?
Weird. So jump forward a wee bit. So the family move into a new home. That's when they end up picking up Mac, and they're driving to California. The mom has got a new job in California. A lot of subtext, no, a wee bit of subtext that's just kind of thrown in the gutter about the dad, and he must have died, and you never really find out why Eric is in a wheelchair. But the picture of the family before the dad passed away, they're all in the car together, and I'm like, was it an accident or something? But
yeah, I think there's a subtext of just terrible parents.
Yeah.
In this, I mean, she moves out there with Eric in his wheelchair to a house surrounded by hills.
Yeah, right enough.
But
Yeah.
in fact, out the back,
Yeah.
at the top of a hill,
On a cliff.
It's a steady decline to a sheer drop.
Yeah, right enough.
And she has some line about like, oh, I've like, you know, proofed the house and all the windows are low enough for you to see out of.
Yeah.
Blatant lie.
I was just about to say, I swear to God, and I was like, oh, this is cool, like, because you probably didn't get this type of stuff in the 80s, like. And then I was like, those counters aren't lower at all, like, and that window.
It's just a regular house.
The first window that you see after she says that line is his bedroom window, and it's like he's like this is the windowsill to him, like, you know.
Yep.
Fucking full of shit. Like.
She's a terrible mother throughout as well.
Janet Cruz, real piece of shit.
Real piece of shit.
So yeah, then when they're unpacking, this is the next remote, and I was explaining to you there about the dragonflies and my obsession with like toys I had when I was growing up. His wee remote control car looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Tyco RC Rebound by any chance?
It's ringing a bell.
So it was like a 4-wheel remote control car that if you like went fast and stopped quick enough, it would flip around, and there was a car on the other side as well. That's literally, I just wanted to talk about that.
I mean, that's fair enough. It's probably better than the movies.
But yeah, so I'll have down there. Score sounds very like Hood. Right, so this is what baffled me as well. And again, I know it's a stupid film, like, but see when Mac kind of realises that the family's nice and he's like, I'm going to contact my family. So he just kind of goes...
like, what you mean, the little...
Yeah. But the family have obviously lost contact with him and should be worried about, which I'm assuming in... Do you ever find out what species they are, what you call them?
No.
Just Macs or something, is it?
No, and Mac is only used like, or it's only explained in a throwaway comment that I've mentioned, and then he's just Mac then afterwards, and then it's like, that must be your sister.
But if they were like concerned...
And I don't know how they gender those things either, to be honest.
Right enough, actually. Well, you could tell, like...
Oh, this scrotum has a scrotum.
I was looking at the map and like, oh God, what am I doing in my life? But yeah, if they were concerned about the whereabouts of their baby, why didn't they just give him one of those? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is he contacting them?
I don't know. It's just terrible parents all round. It's the thing.
And so you go back to your theme of terrible parenting. I actually think that we could probably equate a lot of my written points here as terrible children. Like, okay, here another terrible parenting moment for you, right? And this is also just a random thing that's never explained or makes any sense in the plot of the film. Is when they go to bed and they wake up the next day and Mac has completely turned their living room into their garden.
Yeah, I don't have the answers to the questions, obviously, even though this was my suggestion. But there's like a brief moment the day before or something, which I think it's taking a bit of inspiration from Gremlins almost or something, where Mac goes a bit crazy with some power tools, starts drilling holes in the wall and uses a circular saw on the door, which I think I really enjoyed as a kid because I was a little like creature feature horror buff. Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's probably why I liked it better than E.T. But that doesn't last very long. And then, yeah, you're right, the following day, he's just brought the outside inside and fixed the doors somehow.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to bring that back to bad turn thing, right? The man comes in and she's like, the fuck are you doing, Eric? You wee bastard. Which doesn't say that, like, but she's blaming her disabled son
100%
on a load of plants being inside. Like, if you took one look at the room, he didn't do that.
He did not do that. He did not. But she blames him the day before. You know, she's like, why have you taken these power tools to the house?
Yeah, right, no.
And then blames him for doing that.
What the fuck?
And then, yeah, absolutely. He didn't do it. There's no way he did it. And then the following day, when it's all put back right, she goes, oh, well, you couldn't have done it. Because my children aren't nice. Or
yeah, so that's when he's trying to explain to her, no, listen, there's this wee lad running about, like, and then that's when she's like, oh yeah, right enough, you couldn't have, like, done something I'll praise you for, like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But yeah, so the next scene after my point here, which just says, how could have the disabled child have done this? The very next scene then is Eric flying off the cliff, is the famous Paul Rudd scene.
Oh,
like,
yes.
And again, I think I blinked and missed. Like, what did I miss? Did he just start rolling or something off the cliff? Or
I don't know. I mean, there are sort of like it's insinuations towards maybe he's not doing that well.
Yeah.
He does just kind of. I think he hears Mac or something running off
and goes down.
So he kind of rolls to the bottom of the garden, but like we discussed. It's at the top of a hill.
Yeah.
It's a steep decline.
He should know better.
And then he should know better. But yeah, his brake breaks.
Yeah.
You know, he tries to stop himself. And it's a good job that the neighbour kid is creepily watching him.
Yeah, weirdly kind of always round the corner, isn't she? Terrible actor, that wee girl. Like, there was no good acting in this, but she was particularly bad. Like, so the first point I've written about this was most ball bag looking alien. I can't speak. Alien. And then the next one after the acting shite is, seriously, this is the most unlikable looking alien I've ever seen in a film.
He almost looks like he's just like a balloon covered in paper mache.
So I'm just going to take this off. You keep talking then.
No worries. And
boiled alive in here.
Yeah, some googly eyes that kind of move. Stuck about. It's that little puckered asshole mouth. There's something about that. It's perfect for sucking straws. I'll give them that.
Yeah. Oh, like conveniently, when the only cure to any ailment they have is Coca. It's Cocoa and Big Macs. But yeah, it's Coca-Cola. Like, oh god, like the product placement in this film actually like turned me a wee bit. But yeah,
I mean that's. That's why I wanted you to talk about it.
So, right, the next point I have here is there's a scene outside the house, and it's just like a wee setup scene where there's like a bin, and next thing a raccoon falls out of it. And this is how nitpicky I'm going to get here, because it's a bin with a lid on it, and then next thing a raccoon jumps out of it, and it's like, did he get in that bin and then pick the lid up and close it on top of himself? Like, how's the raccoon phasing through bin lids here?
Is it like a detachable lid entirely?
Completely detachable, like, yeah. It wasn't like there was no hinge mechanism there, like.
Yeah.
And I know I'm nitpicking, and I know I'm a 34-year-old man talking.
I mean, no. I mean, we've got to get to the main issues with the movie Mac and me, and you never know. Maybe he just kind of got himself under there. And
you think it was a tunnel system of tunnels?
Well, he could have tunneled. I think you could get into a bin as a raccoon with a detachable lid and have it come back on.
Do you think maybe he had like a wee raccoon accomplice that went, here, there's a camera?
I mean, could do. They like to run in packs.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Right. Can Mac read?
I don't know.
Because there's a bit where he gets the paper and sits and reads the fucking paper, like.
Is that when they suddenly become friends with him?
I think it's yes.
Yeah.
When they walk in and they're like, oh, there he is. Like,
there he is, and suddenly your best friends and you're going to risk your life for this alien. It's like they were copying E.T. but missed out any part of the bonding.
100%. Yeah, that actually is another thing that I noticed as well is, just exactly what you said. Once like they're not going to hurt you. How do you know?
Yeah.
I get that bit with a pistol. Like, So the next point. Mum thinks they're clean. Does she not know that her child is in a wheelchair? But and there was a couple of really like kind of bad juxtapositions in this for me, where like it was the family in the desert, right? And when they were doing like the whole whistling thing, there was this like beautiful Alan Silvestri score for this like wondrous like, oh my god, like, you know, this is so beautiful. But them, the most stinking, I'm bringing it back now, stinking they are looking bastards I've ever seen in my life. Like, and like it's just such a bad juxtaposition. It took me out of it so much. Like, I need to ask you this: is there any parts, like, so you said about the power tools bit? Was there any other parts from your childhood that gives you like a lot of nostalgia when kind of thinking
just
about
it? That part you were just saying, actually, the sort of whistling with Silvestri's score, and them in the desert, like I don't know, it captured my little lonely child's heart. I was just like, oh, that's beautiful. Like, he just misses his family. He just wants to go home to his family. Mom, can we get a Big Mac after this?
That's unreal. So where do I got here? Sorry, I'm struggling a wee bit. There is that's the bit that, see, when they walk in and he's on the couch and he's just sitting there, like, and he looks as if he has done. Mac looks the exact same the whole way through the film. But the wee girl goes, oh, he doesn't look too good. It's like, I fucking know he doesn't look too good. Well,
He never looks good. Spoilers.
How does he look any different?
He doesn't get any better looking.
So there's this mad segment where they go to her mate Brittany's birthday party in a McDonald's.
Oh wait, before we get to that.
Oh, sorry, it was skipped.
Just before they have their quick bonding with Mac, there's a ridiculous like scene where he's in like a yellow car being chased by dogs.
Yes, oh my god.
While the mum goes out for a run with Eric in his wheelchair. In all of the hills, you see them mostly going down the hills. You never see them going up the hills.
When are they getting back up there? Like, so at that stage, I meant to say that day as well. At that stage, I was watching this by myself. My wife Aoife, she'd usually watch most of the films for the podcast with me. I was like, please watch one of the bad ones with me, and she's like, nope. And I'm like, come on, like, because it is much better crack. You can appreciate how bad something is if you, as you said.
Actually, I had a great time watching it, but if I had to do it alone, I'm so sorry now.
Oh god, it's okay, it's all right.
I mean, it's a solid 3.4 on IMDb. I don't know what you're complaining about.
I was sitting right there, and I heard her about to walk into the room to see how I was getting on, so I paused it, and I went, Aoife, this film's actually unbelievable. Like, I actually am really enjoying this. Like, I looked up, it actually got it was just slated by critics, but it's actually really, really good. And she's like, oh, no way. Like, I would kind of wish I'd watched it. I was like, yeah, wait to see it. And just when I pressed play, it was just him drifting around the corner, being chased by a load of dogs in like a wee yellow Jeep.
And then he gets stuck up a tree.
Yeah.
And the dogs are waiting him out. And we never see how he gets out of that situation whatsoever.
Only now realising that you've said that, you never see him.
You're worried about a fucking raccoon in a bin. You're worried about the alien who's going to be eaten alive by dogs, and somehow it just isn't.
See, I think a lot of the parts I missed, like, there's a part near the end I missed as well. I'll talk about it when we get there. I equated to me being checked out mentally, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, fair.
Like, for example, when he gets separated from his family, I was like, oh, I must have just been... like, you know,
they genuinely just didn't make half of the film, I think.
Fair enough. Sorry, I forgot about that fucking Tokyo Drift scene, but it was unbelievable. It was actually probably the best part of the film.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
To be honest, like... but yeah, so
brilliant is a strong word.
Fair enough.
Within the context of the 1988 film Back in Me, it was brilliant.
So yeah, to go back then, so there's this ridiculous scene where they go to a birthday party at McDonald's, and it's the neighbour's mum that's taking them, and they're like, how the hell are we going to get Mac with us, because he's not feeling well, we can't leave him behind. How are we going to get him with us without the neighbour's mum noticing? So what they do is stick him into the Chicago Bears teddy bear stuffing, essentially. And it's clearly just like a child in a onesie.
Yeah.
And
a terrifying child in a onesie.
Fucking terrifying. The weirdest part about it was, for me, that they cut eye holes for him. But it keeps jumping between eye holes where you can see him looking through it, and then just a teddy bear's face from a distance. And there was something really eerie about it or something. Like, you're a big horror guy. Like,
I think that's why I kind of like this film. Like, it was a bit ugly,
Gonzo
a bit
or something.
gross. Yeah. Just something's not quite right about it. It's a really, really creepy. Like, him in that bear suit is just that's horror territory. Fully.
Yeah, like Chucky or something. I don't know.
Oh, man, Chucky's funnier, cuddlier than whatever the fuck that scrotum in a bear suit.
Okay, right. I never thought, right, that the sentence "scrotum in a bear suit" will never be said on this podcast. That is 10 out of 10.
I think I need to start a punk band now.
First song on their album, Buy Coca-Cola. But yeah, so then this is where the film gets really fucking weird. Is all of a sudden all these dance numbers come into it.
It just goes off the rails.
I feel like it was this, off the rails. Perfect description of it. And I feel like there was like a bit of like a kind of counter movement, or not, I suppose a reaction to hip hop culture becoming so big in the 80s that every film in the late 80s, early 90s had to have some sort of weird, cool dance scene. Like, for example, off the top of my head, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, suddenly Vanilla Ice is there and they're all dancing.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
yeah.
So I felt like that was a bit of that. And there is a film, and it's kind of like one of those famously bad films. I forget the name of it. It's something to do with witches. Did you ever see that one? And it's like a Disney film, but there's like a really bad famous scene where it's like these young guys like dancing. They're like hip hop dancing. Is this ringing any bells?
No.
I'll butcher it if I even try to describe it here. I'll show you it after. It's fucking weird. Like, but so it just turns into all these people dancing outside McDonald's, but again, they're all perfectly coordinated with each other. Like,
the choreography in that scene is nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, I would advise no one watch this movie, but maybe check out the McDonald's dance sequence.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's just like there are some like wonder children. Where have they found them? Like, they're all in perfect time. Like, that's certainly not what any McDonald's experience has been like for me.
No, actually, right enough. Newry McDonald's, when it first opened, every day you'd walk in, and that would be actually happening. Yeah, it was pretty weird, actually. Yeah. But yeah, no, fucking weird. Ronald McDonald makes a cameo.
Yes.
Do you know the fun fact about that?
Yes.
Yeah, go on, fire away.
He's the only fictional character to win a Razzie.
Yeah. So, yeah, essentially, for anyone who doesn't know what the Razzies is, it's like the anti-Oscars. It's like they give out awards for people.
Yeah, the worst films. It's the worst film awards, that's what it is.
Do you know there is one actor, this just popped into my head, that has won a Razzie and an Oscar for the same character? Do you know who it is?
It's not the same character in the same year.
Oh, I think it's the same character. I could be wrong, actually.
I think it's in the same year. Is it Sandra Bullock?
Yeah.
But I think she won an Oscar for The Blind Side, and then I can't remember what she won the Razzie for, but it was...
Oh, I thought they were both The Blind Side.
No.
Oh, shit.
I'm pretty sure it's two different films, but she's the only actor to win both in 1 year.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Shit. Otherwise, who's judging these things?
Yeah. So, yeah, then they go into McDonald's. They're eating their McDonald's, they're having a bit of crack, and a load of people are like, oh... So the way they explain away the teddy bear being alive is they're like, he's a robot.
Yeah, he's a new robot teddy bear.
And she's like, the mom, when they're driving there, is like, oh, but you said you've had him for years. And he's like, yeah, stuck a new microchip in him.
He's just got new microchips.
Yeah, sorry, he didn't have a Newry accent when he said it. Like, I fucking stuck a new microchip in him, he's flying. But
I would watch the redub of the film if you want to spend more time on it now.
But I was actually, when I was flicking through, I went I'm bad at this day, like, but in the last 20 minutes, I went to see if I could increase the speed.
Oh, I don't blame you at all.
But I noticed that there was a version. It was like, do you want subtitles? Which language you want to film in? And there's a version with commentary on it. But I didn't click into it, so I'll be maybe an intriguing if you ever do want to rewatch it. Like, you know,
I think I'll be okay.
I think I'll pass it. Thank you.
I think I get to put it to bed after this podcast.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, and again, nitpicking here, the dance sequence outside McDonald's, it kind of looks like it is a bunch of kids practicing their dance sequence.
Yeah.
Whereas when they're in McDonald's, another random dance sequence breaks out, and it's more of like a flash mob.
Yeah.
I was thinking, is this where the flash mob came from? Like, because the first one, like, oh, it's a bit of people, but then Mac gets involved, dresses the teddy bear, and he's dancing on the counter.
Yeah, we don't know if they have dancing on their home planet. We don't know if he's just really enjoying the vibe. We don't know if it's just the sugar from the Coke.
Yeah, that's it.
But he does get involved.
I would assume they have whistling, they probably have dancing, maybe.
I don't know, it's very presumptuous.
Yeah, maybe I'm leaping a wee bit ahead there. But this is then where the kind of third act, kind of, if you want to call it that, action kicks in, where the FBI agents or whatever they are turn up to McDonald's and they're like, that wee bastard's here, we're going to get him. And then it turns into like a chase scene. But they realise that they think they know where the family is, so they go looking for Mac's family with them while they're being chased by the FBI, right?
Yeah, that chase scene is pretty nuts. Like you mentioned before, with the Silvestri motif and him, Marty McFly, out of there.
Yeah.
But there's some pretty close calls.
Yeah.
With like Eric in his wheelchair nearly getting hit by cars.
100%.
Like I was just like, whoa! Like what? Whoa!
Yeah, I know, absolutely. Like,
imagine dying.
Yeah.
Whilst making Mac and me.
Yeah, like
it's hardly Brandon Lee in The Crow, like.
Oh god, yeah. It's actually the mafia involved in Mac and me as well. Yeah. Is that what people say about Brandon Lee? The mafia did it or something?
No.
Or was that just like a 90s rumor back in the day?
I had drinks with Tony Todd, believe it or not, one time.
Who's Tony Todd?
You know Candyman, the original Candyman?
Oh yes.
He's also in The Rock, and he was
passed away recently,
didn't he? He did pass away recently. Yeah. Great guy, lovely guy. Mm. But I had a really surreal experience where I was I'm working at a horror convention in Dublin and sat down for drinks with him, and he started opening up about that and tearing up, and I was just like, that's just like my favourite kid my favourite movie when I was a kid. What the fuck's happening to me right now? But no, it was just a piece of
blank or something.
Yeah, just a piece of shrapnel really from it. You know that. But sad stuff.
Do you know who took over the role of the Crow after Brandon Lee passed away?
Was it Mac from Mac?
No, it was Chad Stahelski who directs all the John Wick films.
Oh, okay.
Because he was the stuntman on set, and I think they just...
I didn't know that.
Painted his face. Oh. Sometimes I say facts and go, fuck, is that true? Like the Blind Side one where
there we
wrong. I've actually never seen The Crow. It's not a fun story. When I was younger, I was obsessed with Bruce Lee, right? And I think RTE were doing like a Bruce Lee marathon one week where they'd do like a different Bruce Lee film every night. And the only other TV in our house other than the main living room was like a tiny wee TV in my and Dad's room. So they'd all send me upstairs to watch the Bruce Lee film every night by myself in their room. And the Bruce Lee marathon ended, but The Crow was on the Sunday night or whatever, and Mom and Dad were like, oh, that's Bruce Lee, because they obviously seen Brandon Lee. Yeah. And the opening of The Crow was like two people crawling out of like a grave, and I was horrified. Like, I think I was like 6. I was like, ah! So I haven't watched it to this day. Like,
well, it's not that scary. It's a good film.
Yeah.
I think I haven't seen it in a million years, but I think it's a good film.
You one's meant to be shite.
I haven't seen it, but I could imagine it is shite. It seemed too long.
Is it? Yeah.
I just seemed it. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I just looked at the runtime and I was like, it shouldn't be that long.
Yeah, fair enough. So where am I here? I've lost the plot here.
We just got to that ridiculous chase scene where he was nearly killed.
Yeah,
by several oncoming cars, and then they go to Mac's family in the desert. I did quite like that, and I remember that as a kid as well. The whole like Mac is making little straw things and leaving them which look like flowers, but actually they're windmills because the family are by some windmills in the desert.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
and I was just like, oh, that's really clever. But this time around watching it, I was just like, oh, that's the thing.
I thought it was actually really nice when they turn off by that Wex billboard. The horses start running alongside the car.
Yeah.
I thought that was strangely beautiful in
really
the midst
beautiful.
of the worst film I've ever seen.
I mean, I think any scene where they let the animals run free is a high point. Like the dogs chasing Mac, that's good. Yeah. The horses just running, it's just beautiful.
Notice in the credits it never said no animals were harmed in the making of this. Do you think there's a couple of horses total in this one, or?
I mean, it could very possibly be a thing. I would not be surprised. And then made into McDonald's burgers.
Oh God, yeah. Why is that making me hungry? Why am I hungry over this?
I don't know. Just think of Mac's face; it will go away.
Yeah. Well, I was actually reading up about facts in the film earlier, and some really wholesome stuff about McDonald's donated a quarter of the profits of the movie to where they had charities and all back in the day. I remember you used to be able to put in the wee box by the tills and all But I think now, if it was modern day, they'd probably be donating a quarter of the profits of the ADF or something.
Yeah. I think there was better days for McDonald's back then.
But
I do think there is something to that, and I think maybe there's something. I mean, that's why they hired Eric and have a protagonist in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And I think it was all kind of meant to be for a good deed in a way that also might let them get away with completely ripping off Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, fair enough. So there was a thought I had. So after the desert, when they go find Mac's family and then realise that they're on death's door, and guess what cures them? Coca-Cola.
Yeah, why did the first option is they need Coke!
Right, no.
Get some straws into their tiny puckered asshole mouths. Feed them these carcinogens. It's the only way they'll stay alive.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Was Diet Coke invented in '88? Was it about back then?
I don't know.
I'm surprised they didn't give the Ma Diet Coke or something. They only really marketed it to women back in. Well, they still do. But yeah, the Ma's just but I want you. Oh, fuck's sake.
But that seems quite bizarre in general. Just. Yeah, that is the worst of the product placement. I think we can safely say
100%.
That Coke will bring them back to life. I'm pretty sure the brother just goes over to one of them as well and pokes it in the eyeball.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's is it dead? You alive?
Yeah, he does. He does. So after that, when they get them, they're taking them to a petrol station. And they leave the family in the car with the kids for some reason. The only two adults in the car, the teenagers get out to use the phone. And while the family are in the petrol station, they look over at some girl in the car, and the girl's she's not going.
She's absolutely fine.
She's fine with her. She's very fine with her appearance and all. And it just painted a picture of a more progressive America back then. But then they see her kind of Sprite. I'm assuming it's owned by the same company as Coke, is it?
Yeah.
And then it goes, and then they break the window, and then she freaks out and drives away. So then they get out.
Don't take my sugar!
They get out, go into the supermarket. And at this point, I had the thought, and I think I had it a few times, at this point I had the thought, it was I have never rooted for the government in one of these films. I'm catch them, dissect them, torture them. I hate them so much, it's unbelievable. And their stupid fucking faces, but the supermarket scene, and again, I missed how it happened, but I was maybe going and then looked up, and the fucking dad alien had a fucking handgun in his hand. Did I miss that, or did I actually show you how that happened?
I can't really recall. I think I got too distracted with the mum alien holding baby Mac.
Yeah.
While there was some sort of, I don't know, hickish Americana mum holding her naked baby.
That's right, yeah.
And they both have a moment looking at each other, and it's one of the grossest moments in cinema history.
It's so rank, it is rank.
It is gross. It's an unpleasant movie, that's what it is.
So, the whole way through, Michael Crew's brother is constantly going, "Don't hurt him. He's not going to hurt you. He doesn't want to hurt you." Why this thing's fucking swinging a pistol around, like?
Yeah.
And something about that was so funny to me, like, but the bit when they're going outside and they're walking away, and the dad turns around and shoots the gun, and then for some reason one side explodes. Where did that come from? Am I missing something?
Well,
you look completely puzzled at me right now, like.
Well, there is a version out there that shows you entirely what happens.
Okay.
And so the dad alien is waving the gun around, and you're right, Michael should be trying to get the gun off him.
Yeah.
Rather than, don't hurt him, he's not gonna hurt you. Be like, you don't know what you're doing, give me that.
Yeah. So, and Eric's in the middle of all this, because I thought I must have missed something here, because Eric's in the middle. I told you my phone's in the other end of the room. I still couldn't pay attention. Like, Eric's in the middle. The cops are here. Dad, Ma, and Sister Alien are here. Dad's swinging a gun around. Yes. So what happens then?
When they exit the gas station, they like walk over to a van.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, "Oh, stay back, stay back." Then Erica's like, "No, I'll get him. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They'll be safe with me or whatever." And then he wheels out.
Yeah.
And then the dad alien accidentally fires a gun.
Is it the van that explodes then?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Or I think it's the van that explodes. Or is
the
it
police,
petrol pump?
The police open fire on them.
See, I don't know what version you saw.
Is there multiple versions?
There's multiple versions, because actually this was an urban myth.
Is this like a hand shot first, Greedo shot first type situation? Like,
no, but there was like this was kind of a Mandela effect sort of thing that people used to talk about. Because essentially what actually happens is Eric wheels out to go to the aliens. The dad shoots his gun. Then a police officer runs to try and stop Eric. He trips over the hood of the car, shoots Eric through the chest.
Yes, that's what I seen.
Yeah. Did you see that?
I think so. I definitely remember someone tripping over the hood of a car. And I definitely remember thinking it was the police that shot Eric. But, yeah.
But Eric's not shot in most of the versions you see.
Oh, he's definitely shot, like, yeah.
He's not shot. He is basically the explosion. He's killed by the explosion or something like that.
Oh, no, he was definitely shot.
Oh, really? Yeah. Did you see that?
I'm starting to doubt myself here, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he was shot, like, yeah.
Because people didn't believe that this version of the film existed, and I think it was only like 3 years ago or something they found like a Japanese version of it with that kept in.
My entire film was in Japanese. Yeah. I swear to God, yeah.
You've seen the uncut Japanese version?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. There was a cameo from... I can't think of any Japanese people now. What do you call... Hiroyuki Sanada was in there.
Oh, right.
No. But no, I'm pretty sure I get shot. We can stick on the version after, just to make sure.
We'll make sure. But yeah, well, famously, that there was kind of a scene missing.
Yeah.
In most versions, because for the like US and UK, Ireland, whatever, like the English speaking market, it was considered too violent for the. So they cut that bit out. And then it wasn't until about 3 or 4 years ago that someone found that the version where he's getting shot. Because it's a pretty violent thing.
Yeah.
And a pretty stupid thing as well for a police officer to fall over the hood of a car and then shoot a disabled boy through the chest.
When you put it that way, it actually is. That is a mad plot twist to be happening. I guess I'm playing with this pen and I keep dropping it. So, the ending, right, so yeah. After... Eric gets shot.
Yes.
And he's lying there dead or shot or whatever version you may have seen.
He's either killed by an explosion or by a careless bullet.
Yeah.
Or a careless police officer.
Then the man lands in a helicopter and they're like, oh, he's dead. Like, and then the aliens come over and like give him one of those and bring him back to life.
Yeah, so they walk out of the fiery explosion that's just happened.
Unharmed.
And for some reason, no gun-happy police officers decide to take any more shots at them.
Right enough!
Like, the demons are alive! No, I guess we've killed the disabled boy. Our job is done here. Yeah, it's very bizarre, but I guess maybe if they did walk out of a fiery explosion, I'd be like, well, the bullets aren't going to do anything. Maybe that's...
Yeah. Does E.T. bring anyone back to life?
I think so. E.T.'s more of like
mainstream.
A cancer. I don't know.
He gives people
I don't know, he has like a
cancer.
symbiotic relationship with Elliot.
Yeah.
So like he starts getting sick, and then Elliot starts getting sick, so they both nearly die.
Because I remember, is there a bit
And
where
I
he's all
didn't like
white
that.
and he's lying on a river or something? Like,
Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen E.T. I'm too busy watching Mac and Me.
yeah, Well, now, I had one big thought after they healed Eric, and I'm assuming a lot of other people might have had the same thought. Did you have any thoughts on after they healed him? And how well they did in healing him? Do you think they could have fixed his fucking legs?
I've never thought about that. I never thought about that now.
Because I was watching it, right? And after I brought him back, like, it just showed you he knew he was brought back to life.
Yeah.
So I was like, class, in the next scene, he's going to be walking. And it's going to be class. Now, I only know, as of today, that they hired a disabled actor to play him.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's going to be walking. Yeah, let's do it. And then he wheels around and I was like, geez, they couldn't have fucking fixed his legs while they were there. Like, you know what I mean?
I hadn't even thought of that. That's incredible.
Yeah. Mad.
Well, now I'll never watch you again, Mac and Me.
So the end of the film then is like, which threw me west was like there's a courtroom and there's two of the FBI agents. I can't speak. FBI agents running through the courtroom, and I was like, what is this going to be about? And then it's like the alien family being sworn in to be US citizens, and everyone's like, yeah.
Yes, which is deeply ironic because nowadays America wouldn't have aliens in any way, shape, or form.
They'd be
whatsoever.
dissected so quickly. Like they'd be launching nukes at whatever home planet they came from, like just in case any more of them landed. Like,
yeah, it's a bizarre ending. A really bizarre ending.
the clothes that they wore, like, God,
Yeah,
like,
that's how do you like? I don't know how they are more gross wearing clothes.
absolutely right. Yeah.
When you look at them and you go, please cover that up, whatever that is, cover it up, and then they wear clothes and you're like, oh, I think naked was better.
The mad wee pearl earrings and all on. You know?
Oh no, it's horrible.
And I don't understand because, like, they're acting like the end of the movies of, oh, they're going to assimilate and be like American now. They can't even fucking move their faces or speak, like, you know what I mean?
Is that alien driving the car at the end as well?
I think it is.
And then they drive off, and then Max blowing bubblegum, and then he blows a big bubble with "We'll be back."
Right, so as soon as I started driving off in the distance, I went, like, I swear to God, this is exactly what happened, right? Because I knew the film was about to be over, I stood up, put my notepad down on the table there, and put the pen down, and then it came up, "We'll be back," and I literally went, "We'll be back!" And then I had to write that down, like, what the absolute fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
spoiler alert: they were not back.
no, absolutely not. So I'm going to jump into a bit of trivia here, right? Where are we? Are you in a rush to be anywhere?
No, I've got nowhere to go.
This is going on a wee bit longer.
I'm just going to go home and watch Mac and Me again because I hate myself.
Fair enough. Right, so we've got a wee bit of trivia here, and I think I've actually covered all of this. So Christine Christine Ebersole, who played the mum, was also the mum in Richie Rich, but she was also the mum of Jordan Belfort in The Wolf of Wall Street as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And then we already said about your man being an assault on Precinct 13. So
No.
yeah, dun, 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 dun. Imagine dog just walking. So this is actually a real fun fact for you. So you know Jonathan Ward that played Michael, the brother?
Mm-hmm.
He is in a few other things. So Fern Gully, he does a voice in Fern Gully, if you remember it.
Yes, I remember Fern Gully.
Millennial Avatars, as some people call it. Like, but he's actually in a pretty big project. Have you any guesses what it might be? It was like a TV show back in the day. Everyone loved it. It was like, think of like universally loved as Friends. From around the late 80s time period.
Cheers?
No. You're close though, do you want me to tell you? Might be a tough one to guess.
Yeah.
It was the New Adventures of Beans Baxter. You know, a beloved show that everyone loved so much.
What the fuck is the New Adventures of Beans Baxter?
Do you remember when the last episode was coming out and they showed it in Times Square and all, like, and everyone was gathered around with their wee bean? Like, oh, fucking hell. Oh, I'm so sorry. Now, this is actually a fun fact. Kinda. It depends. Depends where you're coming from, but the McDonald's that they used, I actually thought this was interesting. To film all the scenes, that actually was a fake McDonald's made by the McDonald's company to train people in. They trained staff there, but they also filmed all their adverts in there.
Oh.
It never actually served a single customer.
Wow. That's why it gets all those good dancers.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So Spielberg got involved. Well, he didn't really get involved, but
I think I know this.
You fire away if you know it there.
Was this when his lawyers asked him would he want to sue?
Yeah.
And then he said, "No, I couldn't. I'd hate myself too much if I made anyone else watch it."
Literally what he said. Like,
Steven Spielberg is a better person than I am, apparently.
Now, I also have a quote from a Washington Post review that came out around the time of Mac and me reviewing the film. It was by Richard Harrington, and the review, I don't know what rating they gave it, but it literally just was 3 words, and the review was E.T. call lawyer. Shape of class. And then Alan Silvestri is the composer. So that's pretty much all I have on the topic. But
see if I wrote anything in my notes. Probably not.
You've got a wee policeman's notebook.
A wee policeman's. What's it? It's an equity diary.
Nice.
What? No, let's see. No, other than the line, he doesn't have any diseases.
How did they know that, actually? They were very certain.
They just assume a lot, like Max, their friend.
Yeah.
That the aliens aren't going to kill anyone.
But then they nearly do, which is the crux of the problem that they're experiencing here. But before we wrap up, I just kind of want to talk about your stand-up and stuff, because I haven't got the chance to see much of your stuff. Unfortunately, I've never seen you live or anything, but I'm obviously dying to. But you'd be good. Would you be mates with Megan Tyler by any chance?
Yes.
Yeah, because I know Megan, and I think this is actually the 3rd time I've brought Megan up on the podcast, because
that's weird.
My wee cousin was on the podcast.
I hate her guts.
So I think I've seen her, or I think I've seen Megan go to one of your shows and tag you in it or something. I think it was the first time. I think that's how I ended up following you, because I just follow all comedians and all. But your stand-up show will be a musical one.
Yeah, so I do musical stand-up comedy, and I guess I'm an all-around creative person.
Sweet.
So I've got a album coming out with a band, 2-piece synthwave.
Nice.
Thing.
Yeah.
So we've got a single coming out on. Is this where I plug things, or am I just going in this shit?
No, I'd be a bit of a musician myself, and I know that you are. So I just love chatting stuff about that. What's the name of your band?
So we're called Worrying Won't Do You Any Good.
Okay. And it's synthwave.
Yeah, it's sort of synthwave, more sort of alternative singer-songwriter synthwave. So it's not just instrumental.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got a single coming out. This is actually music we've released a few years ago, but now it's coming out on all popular streaming platforms.
Sweet.
Your Spotify's, your whatever.
And tell me this, are you playing any gigs, or have you played many gigs? Or
No.
No? Any plans to in the future?
No.
Just purely online and all?
Yeah, I tend to be doing too many. I'm working on another music thing at the minute, which I'm not going to talk about yet.
Okay.
Which I will mention to you while we're off the air.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And yeah, I've been writing a bunch of things. I write for theatre and other things, and I'm being very cloak and dagger about all of the stuff that I'm doing.
I understand. Yeah.
Well, my stand-up's good, man. You should check me out sometime.
Yeah. So I know that on your stand-up you play the ukulele, but what would that be your main instrument across all things?
Oh no.
Yeah. I didn't think so, but I just thought I'd ask.
No. So I guess I started out being a musician first, and then I was an actor, and then I went, I would love to do stand-up comedy, so I did musical stand-up comedy. But I love playing the guitar, and the piano's my favourite.
Yeah.
But ukulele's super portable.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
It's easy to play.
You don't want to drag a piano to a gig all of the time.
Yeah.
And the ukulele, there's something about it being so upbeat sounding, and then if you have horribly coarse, filthy lyrics,
I just had a thought. I'm gonna see if I can do this without even looking. Oh! That isn't there for you. That's
okay.
That's always there. I'm not gonna put you in the spot and be like, do that. But yeah, there's two back there. Funny enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see you played banjo as well. I've got a banjo lately. I was playing that the other day.
Yeah, they're cool actually. Yeah. I've got a few bands. There's a wee mandolin over there, and then that's my main instrument's bass. That's what's in the corner over there.
Oh, very nice. Slab of the bass.
Slab of the bass, man. Paul Rudd.
Paul Stephen Rudd.
I meant to ask you, what's your favourite Paul Rudd film, and why is it I Love You Man?
It's not I Love You Man.
Is it not?
It's not I Love You Man.
What's it gonna be?
I'm a role models kind of guy.
Unreal. Yeah. I was talking to someone about that weirdly like a day or two ago about how underrated it is.
Yeah, it's just really fucking funny.
It doesn't really get the kind of like when it first came out. Like I think I watch it over and over. Like, but I haven't watched it in years now. Like, just the whole like fucking LARPing thing and all. Yeah. So good. Like, do you ever see the outtakes from it? Where it's John Latruglio doing the whole rub-a-dub-dub.
Yeah.
It's so good. But yeah, so piano and guitar would kind of be your bread and butter then?
Yeah, but I mean, I get most work playing the ukulele, which is ironic.
Yeah.
But then I'm really into my sort of synthia. Like, I love doing a bit of sound design as well. Massive fan of John Carpenter.
Nice.
In movies and music.
Yeah.
And so I love dabbling with all of that sort of thing.
Sweet. And in terms of like music you listen to, like what would be some of your favourite artists then?
Ooh. Good question. Well, if we stick with synthwave, which I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Gunship.
Gunship. Can't say I know them.
You know, so two lads that were in Fight Star. If you know Fight Star.
Was that Charlie Simpson's band?
Charlie Simpson's band.
Yeah.
They then did a side project which became Gunship.
Okay.
Which is and they've got John Carpenter featured on 2 tracks as well. Very cool. Nice. Very sort of retro 80s epicness.
Is that like, because now that you're mentioning, I actually don't think I know anything about synthwave. I think I was kind of trying to play it a bit cool there. Like, so it is that kind of John Carpenter kind of raspy synthy kind of sound, like, is it? Or?
Yeah, and there's such a mixed bag of, like, it's such a weird genre. See, I don't know if you've ever like released music to the masses if you've gone through Spotify and stuff like that.
I have, yeah.
I can't stand that when you do weird genres, because when you have to pitch them songs and you're like, I'm not quite this, I'm not quite this,
100%.
I'm not quite this, and it's such an awful time trying to get that right. And synthwave seems there's like dark wave, there's vapor wave, there's like all sorts of subgenres. I don't really understand.
Yeah.
It sounds cool, 80s epic synths. You get John Carpenter doing voiceovers on your tracks.
Unreal.
That's cool. You walk your dogs to that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good.
There is something I'm not in any bands at the moment, but up until like a year ago I've been in bands since I was like 16. And there was always something where someone asks you what type of music you are and you don't like I remember being in like punk bands. I mean, it's like punk, but it's not really like, where it's like rock and roll, but it's not. It's metal, but it's a clean metal, and it's you feel like you're cringing trying to describe your own music, nearly, like, you know.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's bad. Yeah.
I just been like, put it on. Do you like it?
Yeah. And then it's bad when it's like you're talking to like an old boy in the bar, like one of your parents' friends or something. They're like, "What type of music do you play?" And you know, guitar.
Yeah.
You know, it's a guitar, but instead of 6 strings, it's got 4 of them. It's bigger, like, you know, and you just couldn't be arse explaining it to people, like, you know.
Yeah, it's a difficult old business.
Yeah, tough going. And you have the podcast All Aboard the Ghost Train as well.
Yes, indeed.
We're on and Eden.
Yeah, we're on hiatus at the minute, but we will be back.
I've listened to a few episodes. The one of yous in the graveyard was hilarious. Like, I could feel the fear through the screen when I was watching.
Absolutely, and I believe in ghosts now from that.
Do you actually?
Yeah, like I've kind of grown up in a place which had a mass grave out the back of it.
Right.
And I've always had like weird experiences growing up. You always.
Sorry, can I interrupt you there for a second? When you say mass grave, do you mean mass as in number of people in the grave, or it's like a mass grave, like beside a mass?
No, a number of people in a grave.
Okay, yeah. I just realised how stupid my question was. It's like right beside a mass. So sorry.
No, but yeah, I've had spooky goings on all my life, I think, and I always go, well, it's just your imagination. You were a kid then. You might have been half asleep when you heard that. But then we went to that graveyard and something kept unplugging the XLRs from the thing.
That's right.
At the uncut version of the video, it wasn't until I watched that back that I went, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Because they're like clipped
they're pinned in.
Yeah.
And the timing of it, of me going, oh, well, I'll put that back in, and then I speak for a moment, and then it comes out again, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Spooky goings on. I'm quite a skeptic, but like, you know.
I mean, I love to be skeptical, but now I'm kind of like, I have to admit that there's something, or I'm not going to fuck with it too much more. You know, I'm not a ghost hunter. We're not ghost hunters on that podcast.
Yeah.
Well, let's put that out there.
Yeah.
Let's face it, we were all very scared.
You were shit. Like, and I was shit myself watching you, and like, that's what I was just about to say. Like, I'm a skeptical, but am I going into a graveyard at night and recording? Absolutely not.
No.
Like,
I mean, I was in a graveyard with Jordan last night.
Yeah.
Up the Inch Monastery.
Just hanging out.
Just hanging out. We were going to the cinema, so we thought we'd go to a graveyard first.
Well, he's like becoming ultra goths or something.
Maybe.
Just smoking cigarettes in the dark. What, right enough, is that before he's going to the cinema, you're just like, let's go to the graveyard?
Yeah, Jordy likes things like that. So.
I did his graveyard tour of Friars Grove?
Bush?
Friars Bush, yeah. Grove, yeah, last weekend. Not weekend, just past weekend before. So he does have a theme of knocking about graveyards.
Oh, he loves them.
Like,
he loves them. But there was nothing scary about the graveyard we were in last night.
No.
Not at all.
No.
It's just that one graveyard. It scared me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'd always got a feeling about it, and then we went there and we were all like, no, we shouldn't be here.
Have you done Geordie's tour of Friars Bush yet?
No.
It's good. It's really
I
good.
will at some point.
Very, very informative.
Terrible co-host and friend.
It's really interesting. Like, I took one of the boys and he loved it as well. Like, but no class. And yeah. So, do you have any comedy shows coming up then at all?
I think I'm in dailies in Oma.
Oh, nice.
Depends where you're listening to this, I suppose.
Is that Connor Keys?
Yeah, Connor Keys one.
I always ask this and realise I don't know when the episode's coming out.
But that's like 3rd of April, so...
That's my birthday.
Oh, is it?
That's Good Friday. You're doing gig on Good Friday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I think that's the date. I don't know. I've only had my diary right here.
You know, I find though Good Friday, because it's always been a thing where the pubs close and all, and like
yeah,
the last
it's not
few
that
years.
Friday, is it?
Well, no, yeah. In the last
pretty
few
bad
years,
Friday.
Shy Friday. But, since the pubs have kind of opened on Good Friday, I think it's more people are like, yes, like, you know, they try to get out of it and all. Like, hopefully this will be out by then.
Yeah.
But if not, your Dan Leith _comedy on Instagram.
Yeah, Dan Leith _comedy
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah. No, here, thank you so much for coming on. I really enjoyed the crack here.
Yeah, sorry about Mac and me.
You're forgiven. But you're saying, hopefully, if you want to come on, we'll do a wee Gremlins episode closer to Christmas. Then.
Absolutely, oh yeah, good film, I know.
And I've actually never seen Gremlins.
You've never seen Gremlins?
No, yeah. So
that's really interesting.
that works out nicely. I tried watching it once, and I tried watching it when I was really hungover about 3 years ago, and the bit where they're like eating and all when they start eating the after midnight when they start to turn really freaked me out because I had like bad hangover anxiety and I had to turn it off. Like,
yeah,
but I'm open to giving it another go. Like, you know.
Oh yeah, please do. It's a Christmas thing though, so we'll probably have to
do it closer to the time.
Yeah, make it a festive film.
Yeah.
Because I'm a seasonal viewer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're the same. I can't watch.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, I could watch The Thing right now. We've just come out.
Is it a Christmas film?
No, it's not a Christmas film, but it's like a winter film.
Yeah. Okay.
But I guess it's gonna get snowy again. If it gets snowy, then I'll watch The Thing.
Yeah. Okay, and I would be a seasonal in the sense that like I wouldn't watch a Christmas film outside of Christmas.
Yeah.
Or Halloween films have to be watched around Halloween. I don't mean
course.
horrors. Me and Jordan were talking about the definition between the difference between a Halloween film and a horror. Whereas like I'd say you probably agree that Casper's a Halloween film.
Oh yeah.
Hocus Pocus is a Halloween film.
Oh yeah.
The Exorcist is a horror film.
Yes.
There you go.
I can watch The Exorcist whenever I feel
Anytime
like it.
with you. I watched it when I was like 13 to freak me out, so I'm watching it again since.
The last time I watched E.T., was the first time I watched The Exorcist.
Yeah.
And I thought E.T. was scarier.
That's unreal. But yeah, thank you so much. We'll call it at that. And as I said, everyone check out Dan Leith _comedy on Instagram for updates on gigs, etc. And I might see you at the St. Paddy's Day parade next week.
Yeah, please do. Please throw something at me. Or give me a can of Coke to drink.
Big Mac. Cheers.
Cheers, man.